I keep on whacking my head. That's why I'll never order off Wish again. Alrighty, so I finally got a mirror delivered for the Mk5. Nice extended arm there. The only thing I'm worried about is I'm always doing things one-handed. That not fitting because it's like wedge shaped. So we're going to go on, try and stick it on the bike now and see how we go. I keep on whacking my head because I am way too tall. There's not much space under here, but it wasn't so hot yesterday and I still managed to get sunburnt after spending an hour outside. So, coming to you from under the house, a couple things to do. I'm going to trim that because I should have done that in the first place. And we're going to get our mirror and try and mount it there. I'm not expecting it to go particularly easy unless that bracket actually bends. Now I've got to tiptoe my way around these bikes because now, well, you can see how crowded it is under here. But like a genius, I didn't get everything I needed to before. Alrighty, so 12mm spanner, shifter just in case. Now here's a closer look at this bracket. It should be nice and round. I don't think that that's going to clamp down very easily. But all we can do is give it a go. Stress about nothing. That went right on. Alrighty. So you can't really see what I'm doing here, but you'll get the gist. Now, we'll be able to make finer adjustments to this bar as I need to, but that should be fairly good. I mean, it's not overhanging the handlebar, so I don't have to worry about that, unlike the bar end mirrors, but I doubt there's much that it could get stuck onto anyway. But I do just want to pull it up as hard against my levers as I can. You do get an arbitrary height adjustment. I'm just going to wind this nut back down, and by winding the top one down, we're effectively raising the height of the mirror, but it's only by about this much, so it's nothing to write home about really. And the other option I've done with mirrors like this before is I've actually hung them down underneath, but then there's also the risk in doing that of contacting the frame, only if you're, you know, maxing out. But also, if the bike drops, it's more likely to damage if it's hanging underneath there anyway. So, speaking of things coming off, now we are at the very start of a massive heat wave, which is why I'm doing it under the house now. But I probably won't be going for another ride for a little while. I did that massive ride in my last 3 videos that I put up for you. I've had it out and about once for a little ride just to make sure everything was working as well as it should. And basically what I found is the hybrid's great, but the vibrations from the 2-stroke play absolute havoc on the electrical connections. And although it was working right up until I parked it, when I went to start it up again after charging the battery, I was getting all sorts of error codes, and it's just a matter of going over and double checking your connections before and after each ride, and you shouldn't have any dramas. I haven't really thought about how well that's going to work, but at least, you know, with a little bit of an extension up here, we should be all right. The bar end mirrors don't work very well with the beach cruiser handles because of the way they bend around. You've really got to have them bent at a massive angle, unlike, you know, using a flat bar like on the good e-bike there. That's mainly what they're designed for. But yeah, I didn't want to poke a hole in that plush little handle there. That will give me a bit more confidence riding along the roads, because at least it lets me see what's coming up behind me. So there's my basic riding position. Hello. Only one way to figure out whether or not this mirror is going to work, and that's to take it for a ride. Well, I mean, of course it's going to work. It's reflective, unlike that crap I got delivered off Wish, which... And that's why I'll never order off Wish again, because it's crap. Alright, so I'm feeling like the mirror will be alright. It did vibrate loose a little bit, but that's always expected when you've mounted something new. And I nip it down until it settles into its little position. But yeah, I think it's going to do its job well enough. Yeah, thanks for watching.